everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. Today I am so excited. It is the 8th update for Partners in Cream Project Pan, where you use up your liquid, your cream, your non-powdered products. I currently have 5 items here for you guys to get an update on for today. So we're going to talk about the progress, how many times I use these items, some replacements because I've got 2 empties, very, very exciting, and we'll talk about some goals for the next month. So, my goodness, let's just dive right in. I start this project off with my primer, so again, lots of stationary, standard, use everyday type items. The primer I'm using right now is the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer in the Illuminating version. So last month I was here and I got down to here. So not as much, especially because it's wider up towards the top of the packaging, but still a very, very good dent there. Now, of course, the finale for this project is December 10th. It is possible that I might get this finished by the end of the year, but maybe not. Kind of hard to tell. So we'll just kind of see what happens with this particular item. We'll just keep going. But we should have still good progress for next month. I used this guy 28 times since the last update. Next up is my foundation. So I have been working on the Maybelline. Next up is my foundation, the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover 110 Porcelain Foundation. Of course, I was focusing on this because it does have SPF 50, which does expire in November. But that doesn't matter because it can't expire if it is completely done. I was here last time, so really not a whole lot left. Again, this first month, I don't know what happened. I did a lot that first month, and then relatively consistent until we got it finished up. This much use down here ended up being 12 uses. This just kept going and going and going, which means that this foundation took me a total of 131 uses from top to bottom. Now, that's not necessarily 131 days because, of course, there were a few days where I did, a second full makeup application, but 131 full face uses to get this guy completely done. So the Maybelline, this is their color Tattoo cream eyeshadow. Mine is in the shade Socialite, which I have been steadily using. My goal is 5 times every month. I have used it 5 times this month for a total bringing us to 43 uses for the project, which is still a fair number of uses. And of course, you will have been seeing where I was last month. And again, 5 uses isn't going to make much of a difference. So here it is for you. So you guys have that reference. But I've still been trying to work on clearing those sides a little bit. I think it looks like there is more product in here than there actually is, just because there is that thin layer up on the sides that I cannot seem to work down. But that is what's all over the lids today, as usual with this update. And we'll just keep going. The Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Multi-Use Concealer in the shade Brightener. Really getting down there. I've got some really good progress this month from here to here. So even more, even though the uses weren't substantially more. So I don't know. I feel like I finished whatever was in here quick and then I had to twist up a fair number of times. So we are getting really close to done. If I have another good month like this, maybe it'll be done next month, but maybe not. I used this a total of 37 times since I last updated you guys. Again, reapplications because dark circles are dark, which brings me from this point a total of 167 uses in the project thus far. I do only use this one under the eye, so it is a smaller area. I just do a little da-da-da. So that's how it works. But yeah, getting really close. Another month or 2. And the last item that was currently in the project, this is my Essence Stay 8-Hour Lip Liner in the shade Stay Woke. Guys, this was, there was like nothing left last time. I only needed to use this another 2 times to finish it off, which brings me to a grand total of only 10 uses in this project. Now again, that wasn't from top to bottom, of course, but there really wasn't a whole lot of use in this lip liner, again, because I did wear it over all of the entirety of the lip. So, and I did tend to use this as a layering lip color. So it is done. This is my second empty. Again, no one is surprised by this one because it didn't only take me 2 uses because it was just a tiny little bit left. But this guy is done. Which means with 2 empties, we need some replacements. So of course, no surprise, to replace my foundation, we're gonna bring in a foundation. This one comes to us from Bourjois. This is their Healthy Mix Radiant Complexion Anti-Fatigue Foundation. Awesome. Mine is in the shade Porcelain. And this I bought on clear out from Shoppers Drug Mart for $3.99 quite a while ago. A couple years ago at this point. So not great, but I'm finally getting to it. Today is my 3rd day wearing it, so that is my foundation. And so far so good. It's fine. It's got a nice little pump. The cap actually feels like really like high-end and luxurious. Again, Bourjois. When I picked it up from Shoppers Drug Mart, it's still in more of like the higher-end part of their beauty section. So, of course, I got it on clear out because it was on clear out, and I figured I would try it. So yeah, and the radiance, I like that. So far so good. Now, again, I've only used it 3 times. I think here you might be able to see like a slight little bit of some movement potentially. But depending on what side you look on it, you don't see any difference at all. So I'm just going to leave it. I am not marking this. We're going to consider this basically brand new because it is minus the 3 uses. And we'll just see how we do. I'm not sure I can get this done by the finale, but that is okay. I'm going to use this foundation every day and we'll just see how far it gets. But to replace the lip liner, I do have a product that I do want to finish because it is just so close. Am I overwhelmed with lip products right now? Little bit. I've got some lip products, particularly in Throwback 30, that are not getting much use. But this one's just so close to getting done. And I don't know when I'd be able to roll it into like lip service, for example. So I'm just going to roll it in now. And we'll give Project Maybelline a run for its money because now we're turning this into Project Bourjois. This is one of their Rouge Velvet, the lipsticks. Mine is in the shade 13. This is a very nice color. I am wearing it today, so very fall appropriate. So again, the timing, I want to make sure it's in nowish because I want to get it used up. Especially because there is really not much left at all. And I have been using this for just over a year. But guys, that's it. See, that's absolutely everything. So when we kind of take that plastic part down, that. Now this lipstick, it is long wearing, but I've always had the impression that it moves quickly. So we'll see how long this ends up taking me. As you guys can see, I have used a ton of this up. And I did recently, and in terms of recently, I mean my 6-month makeup plan to plan check-in. I did add this as a product I wanted to finish. So the other reason I want to finish it, because not only is it just about done, but the lipstick actually can fall out. Is it going to do it now? Yes, there we go. Now, obviously, as you guys can see, that is a lot more lipstick than I showed you, but I just can't. I'm a big convenience person, especially with lip products, so it's not like I'm going to turn this into a cream blush or anything. It's just, once I get this little bit done here, we're just going to call that good for me. So again, because this can fall out, and I don't want it landing on the floor, because then it's definitely going to be done, that's another reason why I want to get this one moving. So, am I overwhelmed a little bit? Little bit, yeah. So we'll see. Now in terms of goals, this I could finish for the next month. And I do want to set that as my intention. However, that being said, this is Fantasy, does have a finale coming up. I do have a lip product in there. Again, last update's coming up for you guys really soon. Tomorrow. So stay tuned, subscribe. That one's making good progress, but it needs to be finished for the October 11th finale. Because finale, I've got like a very summery lip color lip service that I'm really trying to get done. because it's a very summery color, and now we're, you know, almost mid-September. But this one, it's just so close. And this is a good just throw on right at work. It's pretty long lasting, so we'll see what happens with it. It's also a possibility that I could finish that concealer for next month, but I'm not going to necessarily set that as a goal. Because again, I do use that product every day, sometimes multiple times in a day, or usually twice in a day rather than multiples, but you know what I mean? So we're just going to keep progressing with it. So I'm not going to be surprised if it's an empty next time, but I'm also not going to be surprised if it's not empty next time. But that is everything. So we had 2 more finished items to add to the collection. Empties video coming soon. It is looking big. And of course, that foundation I did forget to mention earlier. That was not originally the foundation I intended to roll in for this month because I actually finished it as well before this update went. So stay tuned for that empties video so you can see a bonus foundation. There's going to be 2 foundation empties, which is going to really help because last month I had only like 1 makeup empty. We're going to have a lot more makeup this month. So subscribe if you enjoy empties videos and let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below about the items, this project, your progress on the project if you're doing it. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.